Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hindi ka nakapagsalita nung kinoronahan ka. Hanggang may kapit ka, super iyak ka lang. Yun na nga. So this is your time. You are live on all our media platforms, and a lot of people have been expecting you to at least place even in your previous pageants. Now you have finally you have your crown on your head, placed by our ALB. And then you were not appointed, but you were voted. So that's different, di ba? Hindi siya appointed, hindi siya nanalo, but you were voted as by your co-candidates. How do you feel nung moment na ito, botohan na? Sinabi mo ba sa mga kaibigan mo, hoy, boto niyo ako, ha? Boto niyo ako.
Hindi nga nila alam.
Actually, we're actually surprised because that day we're only attending Mr. ALB's birthday. But also they also mentioned that we're going to vote for the Miss Supranational. So we were only given, I think, an hour or 3 hours to vote for our Miss Supranational winner. So I'm really surprised and really overwhelmed nung in-announce na that I'm the Miss Supranational, because it's really different when your co-candidates voted for you. It's not your typical crowning moment because I'm not being judged by the judges on the coronation night. I'm being judged with my friends, with my co-candidates, and that shows that I treated them well. Na in a competition, always remember that yes, sa competition, the other candidates, that's your competitor, but you also have to treat them as your sisters. So I was able to show that I have a nice heart with the other candidates, and I'm really a good sister to all the Miss World Philippines candidates. That's why they also voted for me.
Very nice.
Thank
But I'll play as a devil's advocate. My question is, all your previous past pageant experiences, ang taas sa expectations, but you parang somehow nag-fail ka pagka mismong pageant na. So ngayon, nanalo ka dahil wala yung actual pageant. So what will you be bringing on the Miss Supranational stage to make sure na hindi na mauulit yung before, and now this time, we'll have our second Miss Supranational crown from Miss World Philippines organization?
I think before I failed, not because I did not perform well on the coronation night, because every coronation night I always make sure that I'm willing to give my 100% performance, and it's just that I think that it's not yet my time. And this time, as you all witnessed during our gala competition and other fast track competition, I was able to perform really well. So I don't think it's gonna be a failure on the coronation night of Miss Supranational, but I'm more excited because they can't na-postpone yung Miss World here in the Philippines. So I think mas binigyan niya ako ng reason to perform well in the international pageant, because I am more prepared and I have more time this time, because it's gonna be on August 20. So I have 20 days to prepare and to perform and to show you that I am your next Miss Supranational.
Asahan namin yan, ha?
Yes! Finally, after how many years? 7 or 8?
8 years. 8
After
years.
8 years.
From 2013 is Bikini
Yes.
Philippines, and twice in Bikini Philippines, and now finally you have a crown. So, when it comes to the shortened preparation, we have Miss San Bernardo to look up to. That's now the standard when it comes to the very short preparation.
But now me.
Yun na nga. Paano mo ipapakita sa amin? Paano kami i-excite? Because in every step of the way during Miss Amber's competition, she really excited us. She really performed well in every aspect. Now we're expecting that from you. I know it's a pressure, but you have been in the pageant scene as long as Samantha also.
Yeah,
So,
since 26.
so what is the mga pasabog na dapat kami
Wow, pasabog.
Tadaw nga, di ba?
You guys all know that the moment that I joined Miss World Philippines, I'm very particular and I'm very honest that I'm aiming for Miss Supranational. So from that day, nung initial screening, I already preparing my documents, my national costume, everything. That's why I claimed na I mentioned kay Adam na I am more than ready.
So you're the most ready.
Yes. So with San Bernardo, I think meron siyang 20 days to prepare. I only have 8 days left before flying to Poland. But you know what? I'm so blessed that I have a nice team headed by Mark Garner and other designers and my makeup artist, which is Albert Canyawan, who also willing to help me and to prepare everything.
Francis G.
Of course, my stylist Francis G and Vico. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to show you something that you guys never seen before.
Talaga.
So yes, it's gonna be really exciting and amazing.
Malay mo nalo itong dalawa po.
Ay,
Mananalo talaga, sir.
kaya susunod punta niya sa yung ALB at hindi ng pressure kasi he's appointed, she's voted. And then this is the first time that you will be joined, that your organization is sending a representative
It's
to
my
the
first.
vote. It's your first.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
you always have a lucky streak for first time participation. Kaya bang gawin ng 2017 sa 2021 yun?
Sa tingin ko kaya kasi swerte yan na naman yun. Swerte yan kasi noong 2016 yata. Diba? 2017. 3 out of 4 nakuha natin. We have 4 crowns and I got the 3 crowns. So I think this time parang it's a different twist yung pagka-panalo nila, no? Appointed, voted. I think nandiyan yan. That's the right direction. I think we can get it. Nasa kanila yun, sa performance. We give them an opportunities. So, perform. So, you perform. What you did you should perform.
Actually, it's really matinding pressure sa kanilang dalawa kasi they're not representatives based on the normal pageant scene, di ba? Iba yung appointed girls, MMA pa, di ba? Na magpapakita pa ng tattoo later sa amin.
Sa atin.
Sa amin kasi sa mga.
Pakita mo na nga.
So Dindi, bukod sa mga pasabog at mga magagandang outfits, so you said when you applied for Miss World Philippines, you have prepared to compete for Miss Supranational title, di ba? Can you give us some clues and hints? Doon pa lang sa moment na nag-apply ka, sabi mo gusto ko maging Miss Supranational Philippines, ito yung susunod kong damit, kung sakali mapili ako, aalis ka agad, ito yung aking send-off outfit, ito yung aking flag, ito yung aking bag, ito yung etc. Ano yung mga ipapakita mo sa amin in the next few days, lalo na sa pag-alis mo na hindi pa namin nakita kay Catriona at kay San Bernardo?
Siguro tigilan ni Diana.
I think just like Catriona Gray and San Bernardo, I also want to showcase the talents of Filipino designers. But this time, I think I also want to share my personality sa mga outfits na susuotin ko and dadalhin ko in Poland. So, expect something girly, bubbly, since they're also in Miss Supranational, they're also looking for someone with a nice personality. So, I think yung mga outfits ko really based on my personality and at the same time, talent of our Filipino designers.
Paano Dindi ko sa finals, biglang pasok ka na sa top 5, biglang may bumulong sa'yo sa backstage at sabihin ng organizer, etong gown na to yung gusto namin isuot mo. And then nakita mo just a typical wedding gown na parang hindi pa fit sa'yo. Isusuot mo ba yun?
Tatawag siya sa akin.
Yes, tawagin mo na sir.
Isusuot mo ba o hindi?
No, definitely.
But that's what happened to, sino nga ba siya? MJ. Hindi MJ. I'm talking about Mutia, the tool. She was given that dress by the organizers to wear during the top 5.
Well, I'm different with Jezabela.
National director will interfere.
Ato ka ba ALB? Dating ka ba doon?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oo, kaya ay panalo na yan. Nandiyan sa ALB. Lahat na pinunta ni ALB,
Oh,
panalo.
nanalo na pinuntahan ko, nanalo.
Kaya
Yung tatlo.
wala na akong question. Yun na yun. Alam ko na yun.
Oy!
Okay.
Hindi, one more question. You said you are as ready as you are for this program. So are there any more areas where you think you still need to do some polishing?
When it comes to trainings, I think I need to polish my passerella because I noticed in Miss Supranational, they're also looking for supermodels. really different from other pageants. Because in other pageants, they're looking for someone, a spokesperson, but here they're looking for supermodels. So it's not going to be a typical pageant poses. So more of the showing your body, your features, and yeah, everything. So I think it's really different. So I have to consult my pastoral trainers and my camp.
So were you attending workshops for that, like dance workshops, personality workshops for that?
Yes, I after this I'm going to meet my designers, some of my designers, and also I'm going to attend some of pastoral training, personality development training, the usual trainings before flying to before competing abroad.
Alright, so once you go to Poland, of course you'll be, battling it out with so many gorgeous and stunning contestants. So what do you think will be your edge against all these candidates?
Well, my edge, I think, is just you have to embrace who you really are. You embrace your features as an Oriental beauty. I think I don't have to pretend to be someone else or to pretend like the features of the Latinas or try to copy their looks. I think you just have to be I just have to be myself and to show my personality as a Filipina, and also to embrace the mantra of Supranational, which is they're looking for aspirational, inspirational women. And that's me.
Yes.
I only have to show that I am exactly what they're looking for.
And speaking of the tagline, there's no doubt talaga aspirational ka and inspirational in your own right, because we have followed your pageant journey since 2016, and looking now at you with that crown on top of your head talaga, sobrang naiiyak talaga kami, especially when we watch your viral crowning moment. So I want to ask this, what do you think is the difference between the Dindi then, 2016 and 2017, and the Dindi that we are seeing now?
Well, you guys watched my journey since 2016, and you know that I am a typical I'm a typical women nagdidream ng beauty queen. So I always join different beauty pageants. But this time, I know that beauty pageants is not just about showing your features, your beauty, your talent, but you really have to understand the organization. And I think that's nice, and it's very important that you're really willing to work with the organization and to show something or to help and to do something for the organization. And you're willing to work with the organizers and also to promote your advocacy or your purpose in life. So I'm excited this time that I'm not only showing me, but I am showing my personality and what I can do for our country, for the organization, and as Miss Supranational.
And you know what, ang laki talaga ng pagbabago mo since then and now, because you took in a lot of life experiences. Now I want to ask lang din, what made you enlist for our Philippine Air Force to become a red service?
Well, even before, I grew up in Bataan. So, Bataan is actually known for land of heroes. So, my relatives, they always encourage their children to always serve our country, to be part of the military or the Air Force Service. So, since I'm flying as a flight, I'm flight attendant for almost 8 years, and then they decided to stop flying because of the travel restrictions. I decided to why not try also to be an Air Force Reservist, which is also one of my dreams. And aside from that, I want to show that I am a woman, but it doesn't mean that I am a less of a human. So yes, I was able to prove that babae ako, pero hindi babae lang. So pinakita ko na I can also be part of the Air Force. I can also serve our country. I can also help my community, because as an Air Force reservist, we're not the one fighting for the war. No, we're a reservist. We're ready to serve our country for any eventuality. So.
Dindi, listening to you now, ang ganda ng mga words and everything, aspirational, inspirational. But one of the pitfalls of a beauty queen is masyadong mataas ang tingin sa sarili, masyado mataas ang lipad, na nawawala na ng sense of reality. At pag nawala ang sense of reality, ang nangyayari, hindi niya tuloy alam kung ano yung flaws niya at mga imperfections niya to improve on. How do you protect yourself from that kind of mentality na sobrang taas ang tingin sa sarili? Kasi na-experience na namin yan sa ibang representative ng Philippines.
Yes, I also know some of the winners and other candidates na, yun nga, you have to remind yourself to be humble and surround yourself with good people, honest friends who will also remind you na, hey, this is not, mali yung ginawa mo. I think you have to surround yourself with good people, honest people that will really advise you, give good advices, and also help you to discover your flaws and to always be humble. Thank you.
Okay, good luck, good luck.
Thank you po.
Hello, Dindi.
Ay, sige po.
Hi, Dindi. Hi, Dindi. Kaya Dindi, since you are participating in this Supranational, so what is that very specific or particular characteristic of a Filipina that you are bringing to this Supranational that eventually could convince them that you are the Miss Supranational?
Well, as a flight attendant, we are trained to give our buong pusong alaga. And it is something that is very unique to Filipinos, to Filipinas, the buong pusong alaga. So I think as a candidate of Miss Supranational in Poland, I'm willing to show to the organizers in the organization and also to other candidates that I have a heart to serve and to help others. I'm not only there to compete, but I really have the heart to serve others, to serve the organization, and to do something purposeful.
Dindi, hello. My name is Jay from Pageant. I just want to know that despite of having a short of time for your preparation for the upcoming Miss Supranational pageant, what would be your mindset, winning mindset?
My winning mindset is really just to enjoy the journey. I know that I only have 8 days or 9 days to go to prepare everything. But as I mentioned, before joining Miss World Philippines, na-predict ko na yan eh. Pinlan ko na lahat from day 1 to last day of my stay in Poland. So I am going to fly to Poland to enjoy the journey, to really get to know other candidates, other participants of Supranational, and really embrace the organization of Miss Supranational.
Alright, thank you, Dindi.
Dindi, sir, voting ba sa Supra?
For the Supranational in Poland, voting,
Online voting.
Online vote.
I'm sure
Meron.
there's always an online voting, so please vote for me if there's gonna be a multimedia or any voting.
Install Mobstar.
We have questions.
So looking at the crown on top of your head right now. So now that you're about to leave, I want to ask, what does it mean for you to compete and represent our country at this very uncertain time?
Well, honestly, it was really hard to chase your dream despite that we're in the middle of pandemic. That's really hard because a lot of people, they stopped dreaming already because they thought that this is not the perfect time to dream, but let's just use our energy to survive. But no, I was able to prove that yes, we're in the middle of the pandemic, but this pandemic shouldn't stop us from dreaming. And now that I'm here Miss Supranational, and this is my dream crown since 2016, I'm going to use my failures, my struggles, my setbacks, and also my experiences and my learning experiences to prove that I'm really deserving to be your Miss Supranational Philippines, and I'm ready to get my second Miss Supranational crown. And I'm going to perform the best that I can in Poland.
Nice. So speaking of dreaming, of course, a lot of young girls will really be watching this video, and probably they would really like to follow your footsteps. So for those people who would really like to follow your footsteps, ano yung isang bagay na hindi nagpabitaw sa'yo from 2016 up until now na pwede mo ma-share, ma-inspire, para ma-aspire and inspirational leader ka young hopeful women?
Well, as I always mention, when you're tired, learn to rest, but not to quit. So yes, sometimes you just have to fight for the perfect time, right time. If it's really your destiny, it's your destiny, and you also have to remember that you need to also help yourself to find your destiny and to achieve your dream. It's not an instant. It was really a really hard journey, but I'm sure that once you're there, it's totally worth it. And I want you to remember that always have that never give up attitude. Thank you.
Questions, Karen?
So, I'm Mark from Celebrate Philippines. So, my question is, how would you like to be remembered as
As a beauty queen, well, you know me, I failed so many times in my life, and I want people to remember me as a perfect example that I never consider myself as a failure or someone who failed in life, but I always consider my failure as my learning experiences for me to be a better person, and also that failures doesn't mean that you're a failure. Sometimes it only means that you haven't succeeded yet. Always have that in mind. And I want to encourage more women na failed in some pageants, but never give up. Just find for the perfect time and perfect organization where they can also help you achieve your dream crown.
Since I think to sort of close this press conference, I would like to request you, Dindi, to stand up there and give us your winner's walk. You never had that when you were voted. You never had that. We would like to see your first walk as a Miss Supranational Philippines with the pageant pages here to witness it, with the fans
Sure,
watching
how about
online.
my intro?
Also,
Oh my goodness,
with our winner eh, di ba? With the weight, tapos with mic after. From there, and here, going to us. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Philippines, Miss Supranational Philippines 2021, Dindi Pajares. So introduce now yourself.
hello everyone, I am Dindi Pajares, your Miss Supranational Philippines 2021.
Woo!
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Dindi.